guys have been following the news, as you can see in the news that the COVID-19, there's more cases coming up over and over and over. And also, they're talking about how the people who can't pay the rent in certain apartment communities because they have been out of work, okay? And the reason why I mention these things, like as far as out of work, out of funds, and all this other kind of stuff, because if you were in the process, or if you are in the process of handling spiritual needs and work and stuff like that, please be reasoning with that, okay? Meaning there's a certain common sense that goes with this, okay? You out of work, okay? You almost done with the savings, or let's just say if you already have saved, okay, but now the money that you have saved, you gotta dip into it, okay, because you were getting ready to go on your way either to Haiti, or you were going into a place where you were gonna get a lavetet or anything spiritual. First of all, there's a couple of things you gotta keep in mind. What's going on with the initiator, okay, the one that you're working with? Are they out of work as well? Have their business slowed down? What's going on? Okay? And at now, it is your job, or it's a feeling or responsibility that you would try to figure out what's going on with your future godparents, or so forth and so on. So now this is the time where if you have already sent money, or you're getting ready to, you know what happened? I'm sorry if I have messed this up for a minute. That the funds that you sent me, oh, it's here. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you need it, I'm gonna send it out to you, because you've been out of work and stuff like that. That would be the most responsible thing for you to do. Okay? Now, if you call the person, okay, and they start giving you a song and dance, okay, that's when you have to say, whoa, wait a minute. What happened again now? Is this making sense? Let me tell you what's not making sense. They closed down the airport in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Okay, it's been closed. I have my cell phone that's attached to Google that I get every morning about what's happening in Haiti. What's happening in the news, period. Okay? So, if you were going to get ready to go somewhere with this person, or go to Haiti and stuff like that, that money is supposed to be here. And so, oh, so-and-so, I'm out of work. I had to dip into the funds that I was going to go with you to Haiti and stuff like that. I'm wondering if I can get that money back because I just lost my job, or I'm low on funds. That individual is supposed to say, you know what? Yup, here you go. This is the funds, okay? Or if you want, I can hold that here for you so you know that's taken care of. At that point, the ball is in your court. Don't go to anybody else and start saying, well, I gave them the money, I gave her the money, and I can't get it back because, oh God, what am I going to do? No. This is when you say, look, I gave you $2,700. That's half of the $5,000. I'm going to need that money back. That person said, boom, it's here. I'm going to send it back to you. That's how it's supposed to go. Anything else that they're talking about, this is what it is. Because that's a whole bunch of talk and nonsense that has nothing to do with the money. Oh, well, my house got wet, or but everything was here, they're ruined. More than likely, that person sent that money to Haiti already, and it's taking care of either their family members or whatever's going into their community in Haiti. Please, okay, I beg you, this is not the time in the situation where we live in right now to do any spiritual work where it's going to cost you thousands of dollars. Or pay attention to the hustle, okay? Go into your mind and stop depending on somebody else to tell you What's your responsibility as the future initiate? Okay? You can't send money that you don't even have, because you don't know what's going to happen. Now we in June, July, August, September. You don't know what's going to happen. You're going to need that money, especially if you've heard that people are losing their jobs. They can't afford their rent. They can't afford to pay for their car. Okay? This is what you're hearing now. So that's what is should be of your concern. Not no sitting here sending somebody money for love magic, sending money to people to get you money to pay your rent, and no, we all got hit one way or the other. Okay, you need your money back. You should get that money back. There should be no song and dance that they already sent it for the herbs that they're gonna do. How is that possible? People in Haiti got. Oh my God, what did the text from Google said to me today? That it is so bad over there that they sitting here doing the COVID-19 test. Okay, I heard in a slum. That's exactly how the Google said it. In the slum of Cité Soleil. Okay? The reason why I'm telling you this is because I want you always to be at least 2 steps ahead of the initiator or 1 step. If this is somebody you trust and believe in and you've been working with for years, you know what? I would say relax. But this is somebody that you're just starting to work with or anything like that. Please be careful. Have some compassion to a certain extent. But at that point, if your compassion is being used against you, when this person says to you, where's your compassion, for the situation that we're living in? Nowhere where you can get at it. Now, where's my 2,700 that I sent you? Case closed. Anything else is the hummingbird. It doesn't matter at this point. Okay? Now, we're done with that. Okay? You're always going to get at least this part of the video because it's a reinsurement. Okay? For how I get down and how anybody else who wants to deal with me is gonna get down. Because I don't want to hear, I never heard that. I never saw that. If you've been following me, you should have your pad by now. You should have your little notes going on. And especially if you got a reading from me, you should still have that reading things for future references. Okay? Boom. Okay, now, today's video is Saint Spirits images, okay? How do you feel in your body and how you see your spirits, okay? This takes time, process. It is something you feel in your soul. Anyway, you see them, and this is how you see your spirits, okay? Not the decision of your godparents. Okay? Now, if you're new to the religion, and let's just say, because I would hope that you're not doing something where you're jumping in head first, okay? Do your research, okay? And you say, okay, what's the common picture that they use for the particular spirit? You're going to get all the Catholic saints. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just tradition and what's always been. Let's say you're a person who says, you know what? I don't like that they're all white. Okay? I don't like where I can't say, you know what? When I see a warrior, or when I see a mistress, or if I see a domineering mother, or a strict father, or someone who may work hard and all that, now start getting yourself ready to say, you know what? Let me see what they use as the standard picture, and let me see if I can figure out why they want to use these pictures, okay? If they say to you, well, honey, that's how we've been doing it from the beginning of time. Well, let me tell you something of the beginning in time. There's nobody saying that this is what it was in the beginning of time. This is what they say that the slaves had to do in order so that the master of the plantation don't think that they were doing ceremonies. Now, this is what they say in the books. Okay? But nobody is saying, now if they didn't have this in the books, okay, how? So now what is told to us from the beginning was to take the picture of Saint Anthony, the picture of Saint Barbara, this is what they really are. Okay? Now, if you're dealing with a particular Hougan and Mambo who tells you this is it, that's it. Why? You gotta question these things. Don't sit there and let that person intimidate you with their voice or their dominance and say, you know what? This is what it is. This is what you're gonna get. Keep it moving. Nope. Nope. That spiritualist is not open-minded. Get going. If that person makes you feel uncomfortable just on pictures, what else you gonna think that they're gonna tell you that this is impossible? I don't know why they do that. I don't know why they did it. Okay? And the reason why I'm saying that to you is because I've worked with people who I've asked them certain things and they'll tell me, oh no, why are you mixing this with that and this and that? In order and saying to me, now this is a person who has access to Spanish botanicas, Haitian botanicas, and they don't have any idea of crushed eggshells that at the end of it turns into cascarilla, okay? Which is a natural substance that is used to do sigils, okay? Whether it's on items, whether it's on the floor, whether it's behind the statues, but they tell you cascarilla or cascara. Oh, this is what I'm like. This lady right here, okay? This is my spiritual godmother, was, okay? This is the one who took down my collier. This is the one who aligned me with my AKA La Madama Jewish, okay? Who I've worked with for a long time, who automatically has, what happened here? Okay. Who has 30 years behind her belt, okay? And has always told me, Chris, always do what you feel, okay? Don't ever let anybody else tell you what you, okay, is supposed to have and not no choice. And you know what? I say that again, thank you so much. Because now I know how to get there. Unfortunately, she was very sick. She had to give up everything, and now she's either with God in the spirits or she's somewhere and she's well and she could be very happy and so forth and so on. Okay? But when your initiator tells you that there's certain things that doesn't make sense, or no, this is the way your spirit wants it. No one knows indefinitely what your spirits want you to know or what they don't. Because let me tell you something, for you to even have in your body, your heart, and your mind about certain things, when it's relevant to the spirits that you're going to get ready to be a part of them, it should be with your soul and your ideas. Okay? But you got to remember, all of this is come from a French speaking Creole, okay, religion. So at that point, what do you question? Do you question that you haven't done your research on particular saints when you do have access to a computer and you are living in this generation of 2020 or so forth and so on down the line, before that you can able to say, let me get some information on Google about certain things like that? That's what you should be doing. Or you should be reading books and stuff that's getting you prepared for your journey, whether to begin it or you're on the path to being and opening your eyes and your soul to invite them in. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you, like I always tell you, with me, everything is a choice. I can't go into your brain that you're getting ready to be a part of, and this is what you in your soul, your heart, and everything is attracted to, and it's this particular religion that you've been thinking about for years, or this is where you feel that you fit in or whatever, do your research. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because I didn't have those choices when I first got in to the religion. I'm telling you, I am Haitian, full blood, and Italian. Okay, so these spirits and stuff like that is both on my mother's side and my father's side. Go look at what the Italian culture is. They're Catholic, and they also have their own form of European voodoo. Okay, and then my father, born and raised in Haiti, came down here in 75. Okay, 1975, from Haiti down here to the Americas. Okay, I got my grandfather, I got my grandmother, I got my spirits was already in my court. It was what was attracting me to them. Okay, and it all makes sense after that. So now at this point, you need to find somebody who has the experience and the history of this religion. Then, once you got that, you're on step 2. Then, after that, you got to see, what is it going to be, especially if Creole is not your language, okay, or French. What is it this is going to require? Okay, what language I'm going to have to start speaking, or what dictionary am I supposed to have on hand for me to understand certain things? This is what you should be doing, okay? Prior for you to go through your lavetet, your Hougan Mambo sous point, meaning that on the point, meaning that your apprenticeship under somebody who's a Hougan and Mambo, or if you got to go all the way, okay, to Hougan Mambo Asogwe, okay? Now, if that's the case, you should always have something on hand with you. And whether you work at a job, you're at a desk, or whatever it is, and you see that you have like about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and you don't smoke cigarettes, so you don't have to go outside real quick, you can sit there and you can be like, yep. All right. I'm going to talk to so-and-so, and let me see what's going to happen, what they're going to say. If you have an open mind initiator, they should tell you, good job. I'm so happy that you're doing this. Because I'm going to tell you, anybody that's going to come in the future for me to do anything for them, oh, you best believe you're going to have school. You're going to have homework. You're going to keep doing what it is as far as the research, because you are not going to come to me when this is done to tell me you didn't get what it is that you needed. And if you went somewhere and they told you, oh no, they were supposed to do it like this, like that, like that, you went to go look for that because you weren't satisfied, okay? Or me and you didn't mesh together. Here's your money, toodles. That's what you're going to get from me, because let me tell you something, whenever it comes to my name, I don't want thief or anything after that to come after it. Because if you do, you better have legit, okay, evidence to say, you know what? I did this, I did that, and they told me. Who told you? You know what? Let me go call Jerwooz, or let me go call Bishop Lacroix to see exactly what happened. Okay? If you are not on my in area of me, and this is what you're saying that somebody else told you, you're gonna get it. You are. So if I sound scary to you, or I'm too aggressive, I'm too dominant, you don't know how you can work with somebody that's this dramatic or whatever, that's going to be on you. Go ahead and see when you have somebody who's passive, who don't even know how to talk English well, when they're explaining stuff to you and you don't even get it. Okay? I was in a Jevo, okay? And a Jevo is a place that's secluded for your initiation, okay, where its inhabitants is with a particular spirit group. So is that the Petwa spirits? Is that the Rada spirits? Is that the, oh God, I would hope that it's just those 2 rooms, because that would be legit, okay? And you hear them say to you, look, oh, I'm giving you everything you need here. Trust and believe. And if you don't feel that, you could come on and give me another $5,000, and you're going to see the whole ceremony is going to be again. And I said, bingo, there it is. And now these are 2 people that's been working together for a long time. You see what they said? They said if you go somewhere else and they tell you that it wasn't done right and you're going to come back to my house, to that other Hougan who's friends with the other Hougan, you're going to have to pay $5,000 all over again. And you're going to see the way the ceremony was done, the other Hougan is going to do it right behind you. That's why in the beginning you have a choice to make if you're going to go with this particular person to Haiti. Okay? You have a choice, because I'm going to tell you, don't let your choice be taken away from you. Because sometimes it's not that the person doesn't know what they're doing. You just don't go with the individual. Okay? Your blood or your feelings about the fit is too strong where you and this person don't get along, but they do their services good. Okay? Think about that in the long run. Okay? Because this is something I know about. This is something I've went through. And let me tell you something. I'm not in contact with any of my initiators. Do you know why? Because that individual has other intents on what they're going to do with me. And what really bothers me at first is I don't go present myself anywhere else and it's be another Chris. You understand that? You're going to see I'm the same way every time. But if you come off as somebody that's really legit, if you come into, you know what, I'm going to take care of you. Now, mind you, these are the words of the previous initiates. Something's not right. It's becoming to turn into a script. So you know what? As somebody who's been involved in this for the last 20 years, guess what? If I don't pay attention to the words that come out of this person's mouth of another Mambo Hougan, you know what? I choose to go with that person. But I'm going to tell you something. They have a way of changing the way they act once they get into Haiti. Okay? So this was delicious between you and this person in the States and all kinds of that. As soon as they go to Haiti, you don't even could get 15, 20 minutes to speak with this person. Okay? Not only that they changed their whole demeanor, but they've got almost 20 to 50 people that they have to sit here and cooperate with while you guys are there. Okay? But is that what it is exactly? Or did they promise that this wouldn't happen? You know, there's all different kind of things. But I only could tell you based on my experience. That's all I can tell you. And that's what I've all been telling y'all. Go back to all my videos. You'll see a consistent pattern. Okay? So that means anybody who's watching this and you say, oh my God, he got an attitude. He's aggressive. He's dramatic. I don't like the way he talks. Next. Go to the next video. Whatever it is that you put on, that's on YouTube or whatever, go back to next. Okay? Now, let me get to right where the video is about. Today, I'm talking about spirit saints images, okay? That when you're going to get initiated or you already are initiated and then you happen to say, you know what? Do I like these pictures that they gave me? Or is this picture really the what? No, I don't see it like this. Always remember, it has to be what you like and what you love and how you see them. Because somebody may come and say, oh, I don't like that. That's not easily Je Rouge. I don't see Je Rouge like that. And they'll tell you, oh, they see Je Rouge as the Donto, the Black Madonna. Okay? And you say, I like that one. This one looks too peasantly. It looks too slaverish. I don't like that darkness. I don't like that basket on her head. That's your thing. That's not my business. Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't like it. But I love it because this is what I see. You can't see what I see because this is what I see. Okay? And I was raised to always know that the Donto is with the Black Madonna and the Tijan and the baby on her arm. And that's just fine. But the time that we live in and the research that I'm telling you guys to do before you get involved, you're not always going to see it like that. You may see it in a whole different view. Okay? So don't worry about what I got going on. Worry about what you have to do and what you think and what you feel. Don't worry about me telling you, oh, no, that's not nice. Because it's not what I see. But I'm going to tell you, and you're going to see, I do both. I do what the tradition was, and I do what I see now. Okay? So I'm going to get to those pictures right now, and we're going to go from there. Okay? And of course, you always see where I tell you that always laminate your pictures so that they can last longer, because when they're being baptized or whatever, they can either be hit with holy water, or let's just say, for instance, you have to put them on your wall, and you got a thumbtack. You could take it, put the thumbtack in it, and put it on your wall, no matter where you go, whether you're moving or whatever, so that stuff don't crumble up and get jacked up to where you have to buy another one. Okay, so if you do all these things like I'm telling you, you're going to be great. You're going to be great. So let me go ahead and do that part. Remember, I'm talking about the seminar as well. Late August, early September. It's going to cost you $110. And on the request of a future godchild, he told me that, Chris, people may not want to travel at that time because all this stuff that's going on. Can you do it on the Zoom thing? Okay, so that's how I'm going to do it. So the deposit is going to be $75, okay? And if for whatever reason something happens where we're not going to do it, your $75 is going to go back, okay? Something happens to you, you're out of funds, whatever the case may be, and you've already sent the $75, you're going to get your $75 back. So you got 3 days of me for $110, okay? Now, okay, let me go to the basic pictures first, okay? What tradition has told us and showed us, okay? Then I'm going to show you how I've went through, okay? And how I've had my other pictures for years, okay? And I was going through this before, and I was saying, oh my God, look at how organized this is, and how everything is in the laminating paper or the sleeves and stuff like that. That's the type of person that I am. Okay, you would see tons of books on my research and my experience with cartomancy, tarot, all kinds of stuff. Okay, now let me have Jermaine come over, and he's gonna show you some of the pictures that I've had over the years. Okay, different charts, different things that as a spiritual leader and stuff like that, I should have access to. Okay, it's only natural. So and you gotta be careful with them so they can so they can last you longer. Okay, so let me go ahead and just get to the pictures and stuff, because I have stuff that's all over. And I also want to tell you, if you have access to a computer, you have an account with Pinterest and stuff like that, you would see a whole bunch of pictures and stuff like that that's relating to, if you put in there Haitian voodoo drawings or pictures and all that stuff, it's going to come up with a whole bunch of other stuff. I've had that account for years. And to tell you the truth, that's how I got a lot of my pictures that's not associated in the tradition as like it was long ago. Okay, so let me show you what I got here. Okay, I'm going to show you guys as we go on. Okay, for instance, this is Saint Martin, okay, of Porus. Saint Martin of Porus is a young man before he got synchronized. He was a saint who took care of the poor, okay? He would go to different churches. He would go to different, places where he could. And they've always had him in this black and white clothes and stuff like that. And he usually has a broom in his hand, okay, to sweep. And then you'll see a little rat there and all this other kind of stuff. And we've used this at times. If you don't use the Saint Gerard, okay, for the Gede spirits and stuff, then this is what they'll do, or they'll have one more than that, okay? And me, I'm a statue person, okay? I have hundreds, and I'm not over exaggerating. And there's a couple I've lost along the way from moving, okay? But I'm a statue person, and they look more real to me. That's me. You understand? You may say, "Oh, I don't like those statues like that." I like the pictures better. That's on you. Okay? So we got St. Martin here, we got St. Gerard here. 90% of the time, this is what you'll see if you go to that individual's house and they have a spiritual room. You'll see this, or you may even have this in a statue, because I have him in a statue as well. He'll represent the guédé that individual have. You would do guédé la croix, Baron Lacroix, Guédé Louvavaux, et Brave Guédé, et Petit Secrétaire Lacroix, Jean-Simon Brigitte Lacroix. If you don't have the room to do this with the state, you could just have one and says, I baptize you to represent you and your family. Okay? And that's what you can give. They're not going to say, oh no, you're going to have to go get this. No, And if that spirit tells you you're going to have to go do this, God damn it, provide the funds for me to go and get it. Okay? So we got that one. Here we go. We have Jean d'Antor, Saint John the Baptist. Okay? Saint Jean Baptiste. Okay? Now, you notice how I put it as Jean d'Antor, Saint Jean de Baptiste. Okay? This is supposed to be Saint John the Baptist, the one who sits here and takes care of the baptisms and stuff like that. Either when you do your lavete or you do your initiation and so forth and so on. Okay? And also here you'll see I have a picture of Harriet Tubman. Now, Harriet Tubman, also they call her General Tubman. When I see this, I see that. You get where I'm going? Okay? This is what I see. This represents the women of forever and ever, the strong black image. Okay? And since I was raised by predominantly black, strong women, it's only natural for me to draw me to these type of images. Okay? That's what I see in my eyes when somebody tells me, Chris, what would you say Dantor looks like? Or what would you, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you, I have my Dantor, the Black Madonna and stuff, in my other altars in the room. But I have everything else, you know, that's going to be catered, you know, to this La Madama statue. You can also baptize the La Madama statue too as cousine, okay? His cousin. Okay, so we got that going on. Let's get here. Here's St. Joseph. Okay, you see how it says Hoodoo Saints there? That's because whoever put their Pinterest picture up, they put Hoodoo Saints. And the reason why that is because in New Orleans, that's what they do. They practice hoodoo or old conjure folk magic. So they also have their pictures as well, and they have who it represents. How does they have it represent? They did their research and they said, okay, this is what St. John is, St. Joseph is the patron of doing. Workers, okay? What does that say? Tradesmen, homeowners, home buyers. What's that say right there? Faithhood. Helps with employment, buying or selling a house. Stuff like that. Now, do I see St. Joseph doing that? I don't particularly see him doing that, to tell you the truth. But this is what they use since the beginning of time. As you can also see, you see my pictures, they're laminated or they got the sleeves in there. Okay? So if somebody comes along with me, I'm going to tell them, you know what? Take a look at this book or take a look at that book and tell me what you think if that person didn't already go do their research. Okay? Now, here we go. This is what I see that would tell me that St. Joseph, okay, is responsible for. Look at that. You see what I'm saying? Look at the hammer, okay? Look at around the pictures. You see that he's working on some type. That makes sense to me, okay? And also, St. Joseph is represented in the voodoo as Papa Loco, the owner of the Asson, the owner of your Asson, okay? Which is, he works together with Mambo Aizan. I use Mambo Aizan not with St. Clair. I use it with St. Lucy. She's holding the palm in her hand, okay? And she got the little eyes on the plate. Because to me, that represents what needs to happen when you go get our son, okay? Now you see right here, okay? It's called St. Antoine Abba, okay? This, some people say this is Met Kafu, okay? You got some people that's going to say that this is, what you can call that? Oh, Saint Antoine de Bouet, okay, Metcalfou, owner of the Crosswords, okay, and then here you see, because of the pig, the bull, the donkey, fire in the background, definitely Loire Pétuo and Loire and Pétuo, okay. So when you think of Metcalfou, you know what? You go ahead and use this. Why do they say use it? Look at the cross right here. Look at the fire here. And look at the pig here. Okay? Relates to Danta. Relates to this group of family that uses fire, uses the pig, and using the crossword. Okay? Me particular, I use this as far as tradition. But when I see Metcalfou, I go with Saint Andre. And I'll show you that picture in a bit. Okay, here we go. You see, they say Bosu. Okay, they say Bosu. Bosu, this is, let me show you the traditional picture of Bosu. And I'm going to tell you why I don't use this picture as Bosu. Because I don't see in the traditional picture, where it represents Toakon Bosu ou Dekon Bosu. Okay? I've seen that picture years ago and I said, wait a minute. Why is this the original picture not Bosu? They use that right here. Okay, here we go. It's called Nombre de Jose de Hus. Okay? The reason why they say Bosu Toakon, because of this. Okay? The crown. They call that Leon. Okay? So you can use that for Bosu. But me personally, when I see this, that reminds me of Bosu. Dekon. Because of the what you call those again? Ooh.
The horns?
The horns. Okay. Now, this is Aunt Caroline. Okay? She was a Mambo that lived a long time ago. Okay? Now, let's say, for instance, you see this picture and you're like, oh my God, that looks like my grandmother. Or that looks somebody I could say related to my grandmother. Bring it along. Okay? Because we can say, you know what? In the name of Aunt Caroline, that AKA, I baptize you in the name of your grandmother or your family that it represents. It's not wrong. Because sometimes people say, I don't have access to my grandparents' pictures anymore. I lost them in Hurricane Katrina, or it's just damaged along the way. You could use whatever you need as long as it's baptized in that name. Okay? So, I got all kinds of pictures. You see right here, they say that this is Agasu because of the lion. Okay? So that's what they say. That's what that individual says. Then here, you see this is St. Peter, okay? With the owner of the keys. He's the one that they say at the crossroads. But it's in the crossroads of Pétuo. Why? Because of that dominant red color. There, I have other pictures of him too where it's very clear. I do. And to me, this I would say is St. Peter. The Legba in Legba no Pétuo. Okay? Because it makes sense to me. Not the Legba that I use. Okay? Alright, so we're going to go. What I'm also showing you too is organization. Here goes to St. Peter of Legba no Pétuo. That's what they call it. You see the red, you see the green, you see the keys, you see that look in his eyes. He doesn't look like somebody that's sick or helpless or, fragile. He looks like he's like, I own this key and you ain't getting in until I approve you. And that's Legba no Pétuo. Okay? That's why I'm telling you, when you look at your pictures, what do you see? What is in the picture that makes you say, oh, that's Dante, or oh, that thing? You see, they use St. Anthony as well for Papa Legba. That's why you'll see Papa voir Saint Antoine, okay, qui représente Legba, non rada, leg pa jamais sou, leg pa vele kete, leg ba jamais sou, vie leg ba. The person who's doing that, they may not like that fragile look that he usually comes with. Okay? So it's not wrong. It's just that person that likes it like that. Okay? Do your research, I beg of you. Okay? Do your research when you're getting involved in these kind of things. Look at this, another one. St. Cosmas and Damien. They use that for Marasa. Marasa De. To tell you the truth, I don't see Marasa De in that. Okay? My Marasa De, I think of two little kids that's playing around. Okay? So what am I going to do? Santeria, they have them, the little black dolls that's dressed, one is a girl, one is a boy, and they're sitting down like that. And they look more to me like that. That's why I get attracted more to the Santeria pictures, because it makes more sense to me. Okay? It makes sense to me. Okay, I could look at this here. Notre Dame de Douleur. This is, you could take this even for Freda. I know somebody who used this before for their Freda. Okay, but this is Our Lady of Sorrow. Okay, everything, and then every knife means something different. Okay, I'm going to tell you that because I have that picture as well too, and I did my research on that. Here we go with St. Patrick. Okay, he helps with banishing enemies, hex breaking, and wishes. I see that in that. But the reason why I see it, because of the green, the wise he looks in the face, and then the snakes that's on the bottom of him, which I have in my altar. This right here was just the picture that I printed out. You see, St. Clair. You understand what I'm saying? It helps at St. Expedite. Okay? Some of the stuff that he does in hoodoo, he does in voodoo. Okay? But to us, that's Baon La Croix. That's Baon Cimetière. That's Baon Samedi. Okay? It could go on and on. But it's not my job. Look, I could use that as a loi. I could say that that's Baon to me. You understand what I'm saying? Because he got the cross and he got the black. So there's so many ways that you can do this. Please don't let nobody tell you. Here goes to St. Anne. That could be a daughter too. The motherly that she's doing right here. She takes care of fertility issue, childbirth, finding a husband. It's the same thing with daughter. It makes sense to me. But I don't see daughter like that. I see daughter, the one that I was raised with in the tradition, but when it comes to Jérouge, this is who I use, okay? The Lama Dama statue. Oh my God, we could go on all day for this. Here we go with St. Cosmas and Damien Arretha, and here we go with that one right there. To me, that makes sense as well. They both got the same outfit on, but everything's the same. Those look like twins to me. Not that other picture that I showed you, but I keep it. Look at what they did here. It got 3 of them. Doesn't that make sense? I got the 2 right here, and then I got the 3. Somebody may say, oh, Chris, I want that picture to be my Marasa. Okay? Do you want this to be in your Marasa Trois, which is in Petro? Yes. You see what I'm saying to you? And then it starts making sense, but you have to do your research. You've got to. Okay? And you got to go with what makes you feel good and what you see. Please don't do anything that you see somebody else does and going, because I'm going to tell you something. Time is going to go on. And you're going to have to account for that later on, because I'm going to tell you something. You may like something in 2006, but all of a sudden, here comes 2008. It doesn't make sense to you because you really haven't paid it any attention when you did it. 2010. It looks a different way to that. Guess what? It's not wrong. All you got to tell them is, look, this Legba, this looks like it's more than you. I'm going to use this for you. But the thing is with that is you already charged that other picture. You know what you do with that? You leave it there, baptize the new one, and you put it next to it. That's not wrong. Okay? So this is what they use for Legba. Okay? Now, you see the brown and stuff like that? That makes sense to me, and so does this one. You see that? That's Saint Lazarus on the crutches, looking as frail as he is and stuff like that. You see that purple cloth that he has there? And that brownish thing? That's the brown right there. I'm using typical colors for the same spirit. That's his saint picture. This is his law picture. Okay? Saint Lazarus. You see what I'm saying to you? It makes sense to me. Hopefully it will make sense to you. Okay? Now we have here. That. Here goes Saint Peter. Likba in Rada, Likba in Petro. Okay? You see where the choice is coming here? Now let's say, for instance, you don't even see none of these as Likba. Do you see that the Saint Jose in the Santeria, the one that's sitting on the little chair as Legba? You sure can. As long as you baptize it, you feed it, you put that on Legba. Okay? It's about choices, sweeties. It's all about choices. And I'm just having a great pleasure as telling you guys that this is what is going on. Now, I'm going to show you something else as well. I had these all delicious and stuff before I came. Sorry guys, I just want to be able to make sure I'm giving it to you guys right. It's just in my nature. Trust and believe. Okay, here we go. Now, you see St. Jack the Major is right here. This is what you'll see most likely in people's altars and so forth. In the peristyles, which means temple in Haiti, you'll see that on their wall. That's Saint Jacques de Magia. Okay? His name is Santiago Apostles. But this is what it is from the beginning of time. This is Ogu Batagi. That's what they say. Or they say Ogu Napetwo. Okay? You see what I'm saying to you? Look at the red. Look at the dark blue that's on there. You see what I'm saying? Everybody can see two different things. It doesn't mean that it's wrong. Now see, these are not laminated. Okay? These I have in case I have to do something for somebody. Okay? But do you see how it is when it's not laminated and it's not or in the sleeve? This can, after a while, it's going to start folding up. Okay? You're going to lose it. But if you can laminate them or put them in the sleeve, so that makes sense. If you're moving, you have to take them down for whatever reason, you always got it. Because the pictures, the older they are, the more powerful they become. Even just the image. Look at my wall. You're going to see my pictures and stuff, my charts and everything. They're laminated. When I have to move or whatever the case may be, all I got to do is take it down. That's all I got to do. Look at it. Everything's here. Everything is laminated. I'm telling you guys stuff that what I practice, I preach. You're going to know that. Okay? And here we go here. This one that they call it Momboaizan. Can I tell them that they're wrong? No, because this is what they've told us it is. But I don't see that. I see it as St. Clair. And exactly what they use it for clarity. Okay? To be able to see certain things. The mistress of light. That's what this says right here. And that's exactly how the lamp is. Okay? This is great. That's what I'm telling you. And then you yourself may say, I don't see that as Momboaiza. But I see more in St. Lucy. That's what I use. She has the eyes here and the palm leaf. When you get to that point, you'll see exactly why. Okay? The palm is used and the eyes is used. Okay? Here you have here. Remember I was telling you they use the Kafu. Met Kafu. You saw all the animals and stuff like that right over there. But this is Saint Andre, Met Kafu. Does it make sense to me? It sure does. Look at the cross. You see? That's an intersection. That's an intersection. Yes, he's holding a cross like that, but it's an intersection. He is the owner. Okay? And then look at the red. Look at the red, look at the green. Those are petrol colors. Okay, it makes sense. There you go here. You have, they call this Saint Benedito, plumage la croix. Guess what? What if your spirit, your guide, is not plumage? Maybe it's mazaka. Maybe it's secretaire. Maybe it's brave guide. It all depends on what it's charged for. This is what you'll see 90% of the time. Saint Gerard, brave guide. Well, guess what? What if they don't have access to the brave, but they have access to this one? As long as they baptize it to represent the individual guide, or they best it on everybody in guide. Okay? Look at this three women of grace. Okay? This is what they say is masatwa. Masatwa is in petu. Okay? Which means it's a hot masa. Look at this. This is why they're saying it. Look at the cross. Look at it's heat. That's why they're saying this. And they all look the same. This is why you see now why they use these particular pictures. And why it can throw off somebody who doesn't know nothing about voodoo. They don't know. And if this is the one you choose because you don't want nobody to know, so be it. Don't put no pictures up around stuff that you have no idea about. You haven't done your research on these particular people, pictures and stuff like that. If it doesn't make sense to you as an individual, it's not true. Okay? Here they go right here. Here's Saint Expedite. This one right here, they also use as Baon la Croix. There goes the cross right here. But what else is that it makes it Baon? He's red. He's white. He doesn't look like somebody that's the owner of the grave of the cemetery and stuff like that. So, this is what they use to represent him. Should I question that? No. Because the reason why they do that is because he works quick. New Orleans hoodoo, they'll tell you go to the minute spirit. When you hear the minute spirit, they talking about expedite. He works quick. Okay? Ask him your petition. Do what he needs to do for you. When he finished doing it, go give him a pound cake. We don't give him a pound cake in the voodoo. He does his job. He does what he has to do. You get paid for that. Okay? You can give him a chicken. I mean, not a chicken. A rooster or whatever it is that they told you in the beginning after he finished granting your wish. Okay? So that's what I'm telling you. It has to make sense. If it doesn't make sense to you, then it's not true. Look at Saint Eve, as a matter of fact. Okay? Saint Eve. They call this the lawyer, okay, du ciel. The heaven lawyer. Okay? Saint Eve does a lot of good things. He's actually, is his name, what it's about, the lawyer. Okay? He helps with court cases. He helps with immigration stuff. This is what you're gonna see. Okay? But he's a gede. That's what they use him for. Is there anything here that represents the gede? Just one thing, the cross. Okay? Because they call it la croix. That means the cross. Very good spirit to go with you to court. Here we go with Hougan. Hougan is a hard worker. Hougan is the spirit that's in charge of work, that's in charge of giving certain people careers, all that other kind of sense. Okay? And then you got Saint Roch up there. Okay? Somebody may say to you, oh, I don't see Saint Roch being Hougan. That's because this is what you're used to seeing. Here's a go again. Why are we used to seeing it, and how does it make sense? The greenery back there, let's just say we've learned that he's a peasant, okay, that lives in Haiti or live anywhere where he's in charge of agriculture. When you hear agriculture, you know it has something to do with the pastures and stuff like that. He's a medicine man, he's a herbalist, he's a worker, all of that. Okay? Why are they saying that? Let's say, for instance, you're the Hougan. What would you have? Would you take a Walmart plastic bags to go on the field to go get herbs? Where certain sticks and stuff like that would be broken, the bag open? No, you're going to take a sack with you. There goes the sack. Okay? Now, you said that he's in agriculture and all that. Okay? He's going into this, the forest and doing all this other kind of stuff on the land or whatever. Look at the greenery in the back. Okay? Now, also, you'll see here, there goes that blue that they always give him, that royal blue. But you can, the scenery and everything is going to tell you that this is a person who works in the field. Okay? And this one too right here. They're using it because look at these two individuals. The green in the back. Look at the colors. Okay? This to me represents dirt. It makes sense to me. But they never told me that he could be used as that. They always told me that this is him and nothing else. I can't go with that because I may not see it like that. I do, but you may not. Okay? You gotta go with your feelings. This is what I was telling you. Here's another giddy. Okay? St. Luigi how you say that again? Oh, St. Louis Gonzaga. Okay? Somebody long ago told me that this is a devil that they use in Haiti, Latibonite. I don't see devil here. I really don't. I see somebody, yes, that represents La Croix. Okay? Some type of giddy. All right, there goes the cross. Look at that black. Look at that. They usually have some too where you'll see a skull on the table. No doubt in my mind, that's not one of the giddies. Okay, that's why it makes sense to me. Okay, long time ago, I came across this. This is 2004. You see it? This is 2004. I got it online. You see the condition of it? It's in its sleeve. Now, if I've had this for that long, what do you think was going to happen to it? This is what they call the Catholic Doors Ministry. It presents to you patron saints. Okay? It tells you what any saint is involved in. Okay? It has here abdominal pains, abortion, AIDS, Air Force, travelers, alcoholism, all kinds of stuff, anything, flying, pilots, all that. It gives you Floridas, fishermen, everything you need. It tells you the name of the saint and what it's for. My God, does it get any easier? This is what somebody does, okay, to practice their spirituality. If you don't have these things and you see somebody just jotting stuff in their mind and coming up there because you've seen them practice for so long, there's no doubt in their mind. We forget things. I promise you, we forget things. And the older we get, the harder it gets. So I'm going to look at somebody who's very organized, who knows how to think, who'll do their research to tell me that's how they came up with so-and-so. And that's the type of person I want on my guide. You see this woman right here? She was the one that taught me and said, Chris, you know what? Anytime you're going to go do a job for somebody or whatever like that, she says, write your ingredients down that you need. Don't try to go somewhere and remember all kinds of stuff because you may not got it and you have to do a substitute. That's where I get that from. Instead of going with somebody like, you need this, you need that, you need this or that. No. You gotta get what makes sense and what the person has been using for a long time. Okay? And then whether you need a candle in the glass, whether you need a lamp to do, what is it that you need to do this job? Write it down. Now, if this is all that you've ever done, you've worked only in this field, being a Hougan, being a Mambo, okay, I can get it. But how much does it cost and where's the list? So I know what to go and get. It's the same thing when you're getting ready to either do a lavetet or somebody's going to Haiti. The Mambo or the Hougan is supposed to give you a list, a detailed list, is what you're going to need to pack on your suitcase. If you don't got that, how you going to know how much stuff costs? If somebody tells me, oh, just give me $1,000, I'll get everything for you. Let me tell you something with that $1,000. They got $100 worth of stuff. Or maybe $500 worth of stuff. You just gave that person $1,500. And then when you see your stuff, it's raggedy as hell. That's what I'm saying to you. It's all these type of things that you sit here and you have to question and you have to get it together. Please, when you see this video, tell me what you think. Tell me what is it that you don't agree with. Whatever the case may be. And then, like I always say, send me an email, post a message, and go from there. Okay? And the next time I do another video, I would answer your question, or at that point, I would email you or respond to your comment on the bottom of the video. And next time, or even in the seminar, I'm going to tell you how this represents in the readings, in the cards, and how we can see where the spirits fall and how they fall in your tarot or your playing card, whatever it is that you use. This is Hougan Chris. I hope you guys stay blessed. I hope you guys are, taking care of yourself, and so forth and so on. And may God